like it. But yeah, you could be you're gonna be one of those you're one of those dry bones. All right, they're still in the lowland, which is America. All right, they haven't woken up to the fact that you're an Israelite yet, which means you're still dead. You're still in a dead mind state. All right, right there.
Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, it's like. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you.
Right, what's the breath? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, the full understanding of the King James Bible. That's the breath. All right.
And ye shall live.
Right, ye shall live. All right, because again, if you're still calling yourself a black man or a Latino man, you're dead. You're still dead. All right, but if you're calling yourself an Israelite, you're alive again. All right, basically. All right, you're back to life. You're no more. You're no longer a dry bone. You're no more. It's like a bag of dry bones. All right, skin is coming for you. You know, your blood's flowing. All right. You know, you can walk, of course, and all that. All right, that means you're alive. That means you come back into the truth, and that makes you alive again. All right, but again, if you haven't accepted the fact that you're Israelite, you're still dead. All right, even though physically you're alive, mentally you're dead. All right, all right, Gabriel.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin.
And that happens when you accept the truth. All right.
And put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man.
Right, like we just talking about with the brother that was just up here. We speaking about, yeah, you have to be on the highways and the byways. He asked where the church was. I said, yeah, you have to be on the streets. The church is in the street. All right. And I said to prophesy in the wind. How can you prophesy in the wind in a building? You can't prophesy into the wind in a building. You have to be in the streets. All right, it starts in the streets. Now you can prophesy on, you know, of course on the internet, but it starts on the streets. You have to be on the highways and the byways. All right, because the Lord said prophesy into the winds. All right, you prophesied into the wind by being on the streets. And the internet helped that because it does go out throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, but the main part is you being on the streets. You have to be on the streets. You just can't be on the internet. All right, you got to be on the highways and the byways. All right. Not, you know, different than the Christian church. If you don't go on the street, they don't go on the streets. They're no different than the Christian church. All right, just like they don't go on the streets. All right, you know, what's the difference? It's the exact same thing. You're doing the exact same thing they're doing. All right, what sets us apart? Like Elder always say, we're on the streets and we're on the internet and always prophesy, going into prophecy. That's what sets us apart from the Christian church and all that. They don't do that. All right.
Verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live.
So that's be on the highways and the hedges. All right, of course, the valley again is America. All right, out on the outside, be on the streets. All right, you prophesied into the wind. Prophesy what into the wind? This wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and the breath, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, goes into an Israelite, which the Israelites represent the dry bones, and it brings them back to life.
All right.
All right. And that's what's happening. All right, and like we opened up with Matthew the 24th chapter, all right, the 14th verse, the gospel of the kingdom is going out throughout the four corners of the globe by way really of the internet. All right, but it starts on the highways and the byways, but by way of the internet, the word really spread. All right. So it went out throughout the word went out throughout the four winds of the earth, and it's waking up all the dry bones. All right, which again were Israelites, basically in the Gentile state of mind, which woke them up to the fact that they're Israelites. All right, and like the Lord said, and then shall the end come. Because once the elect hears the word, all right, that's it. All right, because the Most High, let me get Isaiah 42:1. Because the Lord only takes pleasure in his elect. All right, he doesn't take pleasure in the 2/3. The Lord has absolutely takes no pleasure at all in the 2/3. Most High hates the 2/3, man. All right, the Most High can't stand the 2/3.
All right, this is Isaiah
Why he's
42.
looking to take them out. All right, like DMX, he's a 2/3. All right, if you die, which I don't know if he's gonna die today or not, but they say if you go in you get jacked up in a like that on drugs or whatever, basically you're gonna stay in a vegetable state. All right, so basically he's stuck. Basically, in a nutshell, he's stuck in that body. He doesn't die until the Most High comes back. All right, and he heard the truth. He actually heard the truth. He was out there speaking, listening to the truth. But what did he do with it?
Yeah, he from New York, so you know he done ran across the elders.
Yeah, he's from New York. All right, so he's got to be an obituary. All right.
All right, this is Isaiah 42:1. Behold, my servant, whom I beheld, my elect, in whom my soul delighted.
Right, and my elect, whom my soul delighted. So the Lord only takes delight in his elect, the ones that accept his truth. All right, when the 2/3, the Most High doesn't take any delight in it. Why? Because they rejected God's understanding. All right, which makes them an enemy of the Most High. All right.
I have put my spirit upon him.
Or what's the spirit? This wasn't God's understanding. All right, like we just read it, basically the same thing as the wind. It was Ezekiel the 37th chapter was speaking about. All right.
He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles.
Right, he should bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. All right. Not only are we waking up our people, which are in the Gentile state of mind, we actually give judgment to the natural Gentiles, which are the other nations. Like Esau, we're telling them his kingdom is going to be destroyed by ICBM nuclear missiles, and he's going into slavery. All right.
He shall not cry, nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. A bruised reed shall.
All right, that's it.
All right, back in Ezekiel 37.
All right, and that's gonna happen when the Lord takes us off the highways and the hedges. That's when the voice ain't gonna be heard in the street anymore.
Right.
All right.
All right, this is Ezekiel 37.
That might be by the end of Ezekiel 37, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember where I was, because I remember it was going into the exceedingly great army.
Oh yeah, Kyle, read that part.
All right, this is Ezekiel 37:10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceedingly great army.
Right, which is the 144,000. All right, which are all Israelites.
Then he said unto me,
What is that, an ice cream truck? Pedophile, man.
Then he said unto me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dried and our hope is lost. We are cut off from our parts. Therefore prophesy and said to them, Thus saith the Lord, Yahabashimahashai, Behold, O my people, I will open your graves and cause you to come up out of your graves and bring you into the land of Israel. And ye shall know that I am the Lord when I have opened your graves, O my people, and brought you up out of your graves.
Right, so the Lord is going to wake Israel up, prophesy, all right, save Israel, get them out of here, out of the destruction, all right, wherever Israel is scattered, and take them back to their homeland, which is the land of Israel.
Right.
All right, after Israel has been destroyed, because Israel is going to be destroyed too, and it's going to be built back up by the heathen. All right.
It's like it shall put my spirit in you, and ye shall live. Then I shall place you in your own land. Then shall ye know that I am the Lord.
Right. What's our own land? The land of Israel. All right.
So shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken it and performed it, saith the Lord.
Right. The Lord has spoken it and performed it. And like I always like to say, the Lord is perfect on his track record. Anything he said he's going to do is going to go down. It's going to happen exactly how he said it's going to go down. I'm resting on that. Let me get Ezekiel 33. All right. Anything again the Most High said he's going to do, all right, he always brings it to pass. All right. Which the Lord has done that. The Lord said that the gospel is going to go out throughout the four corners. Look at all the Israelites that are woken up. All right. That's the proof the Most High don't lie.
Right.
All right. Outside of all the other things that he's done. All right. You gotta think. We would what's that scripture that says we were beaten but not forsaken? Where is that at? In Proverbs, but not forsaken. Something like that. You gotta think, man. That's a miracle in itself. When we first got here in slavery, all right, when the so-called Negroes all right, got here in slavery, and the Latinos, you know, they got with Columbus and all that, all right, happened. We got a nationality beat out of us, all right, our whole nationality beat out of us, all right. That's a miracle in itself, all right. And then years later, all right, through the spirit and power of the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, His only begotten Son, all right. You see brothers on the highways and the hedges prophesied against Esau, all right, just like the Lord said was going to happen. All right, that's a miracle in itself. 1,000 years, you get your nationality beat out of you. All right, you completely and utterly forget, all right, who you are, what you know, all of that. And now look, now you got brothers everywhere. Started with the elders up in New York, brothers everywhere, all across seas. All right, and not just Great Millstone, but all other camps too. You got camps everywhere. Africa, all right, back in Africa or whatever. All right, in Europe, all right, Australia, here in Babylon, all right, South America. All right, you got camps everywhere. All right, we got the nationality beat straight out of us, man. All right, and now look. All right, so this is a real miracle in itself, man. All right, you got me found it, bro? All right, brother, give me.
All right, this is 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 8. We are troubled on every side.
Right, we're troubled on every side. All right.
Yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted but not forsaken.
Right, persecuted but not forsaken. We got badly persecuted when we first got here. All right, but what did the Lord say? We're not forsaken. Because the Lord, you know, like the Lord said he was going to do, all right, in Romans the 11th chapter, the Lord said he preserved 7,000 men that are not bound in need to Baal.
Right.
All right, so the Lord, going back even with that, to further the prophecy of our forefather Elijah, all right, coming back in the reincarnation, which was Rabbi Elder Alpha Bivens, all right, which returned the hearts of the children back to the Father. All right. To teach them, to teach the elders. All right, Elder Ariel and all them that taught the elders. All right, and then you know the cycle kept going. All right, and now look, you got camps everywhere. All right, so this is a miracle in itself. All right, so the Lord said, "Prosecuted but not forsaken." And the Lord didn't forsake us. The fact that He let us come back to our nationality and be on the highways and the hedges to teach. All right, that shows the Most High didn't forsake us. All right.
Cast down but not destroyed.
Right. Oh man, cast down but not destroyed. We were cast down back. We came over here in slave ships, served slavery for what, 400 years, 500, however many years it was. All right. So on and so, didn't even let us read the Bible. All right. So we were cast all the way down. But the Most High didn't utterly destroy us. All right. A lot of us did get killed, but the Most High didn't utterly destroy us. He utterly didn't kill off the nation of Israel.
Right.
All right, because that would have made the Most High a liar, man. If he would have let all Israel die, that would have made the Most High a liar, man. All right, a lot of our people are obviously still confused like that. All right, but for the math, again, the Lord said He preserved 7,000 men that are not bound to need to Baal. All right, which 7,000 is completion. With that complete number is the elect, the 144,000, and a great multitude, 1/3 of the nation of Israel. All right, so that's a miracle in itself, man. All right.
Right.
You got scripture?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ezekiel 33. That was it in that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So like the Lord said, we were cast down but not destroyed. All right. But we got completely and utterly taken out. Let me get one more, bro. Ezekiel. I mean, it's like in Jeremiah 17:4. Right, man. So that's a miracle in itself, man.
Alright, this is Jeremiah 17:4. Thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
Right, the Lord said, even thou thyself should discontinue from thy heritage that I gave you. Right? How do we discontinue from that? We got beaten down, put in slavery, a slave master beat the nationality out of us. All right? And we lost our heritage, what's our heritage? The fact that we're Israelites.
Right.
All right? And the land, we lost our land, but that's also a part of the heritage. All right? Black people don't still call Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They don't have control of the land of Israel.
Right.
All right, Edomites control the land of Israel. Them so-called Jews. All right, which are really Edomites. All right.
That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Right, which is America. All right, we had no knowledge of this land. All right, I mean we knew, our ancestors knew about it because of Solomon, you know, sending the Hamites over here to get, you know, things to make the land to beautify the land of Israel, but And this once was a glorious land, but as far as, mankind dwelling here, that never, well, after, when our forefathers, the Northern Kingdom came over here, as far as somebody living here, setting up shop here, that never happened. But until our forefathers fleeing the Assyrian captivity, the Northern Kingdom came over here. All right, then Esau came, and the rest is history. All right.
Literally.
Yeah, because prior to that, we didn't, know anything about America. All right, when we was in Africa or whatever, in Western Africa or whatever, or Northern Africa, or not Hispaniola, but Spain and Portugal, we didn't know anything about this land.
Right.
As far as people, we were brought here, against our will. They came here and conquered the Native Americans, which are also Israelites. All right, and we got brought here in slavery. All right. Serve our enemy in the land which we knew was not, which was the so-called white man, and the land we knew was not was America. All right? Right there.
For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever.
Right, so we served other powers, other gods, which a lot of our people are doing today with Jesus Christ and all that. That's another God. That's not the Most High. That's not the name of the Most High's Son. All right, the Most High's name is not God. All right? Right there, bro.
Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm. And who's
right, like a lot of our people do now. Who they trusted? They trusted Joe Biden, man.
Right.
All right, there's a video. Editor Hard put up a video today with this Jayton dude, this little nigga singing, talking about basically praising Biden in the song, talking about we made it because of Biden's in office. All right, but this is the same devil that's trying to kill you, man. All right, he's doing things that's trying to get you exterminated. He's on the side of the people that want to take you out. All right, you need to find that out the hard way. All right, right there.
And whose heart departed from the Lord.
Right, whose heart departed from the Lord, which a lot of our people are. Most of our people's heart is departed from the Lord still. All right, even though the truth is out there, has been pushed. All right, a large number of our people's heart is still departed from the Lord. All right.
For he shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land, and not inhabited. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope is the Lord. Whose hope the Lord is.
Right, that's the elect. All right, who's come back to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right.
For he shall be a tree planted in the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots like it by the river, and shall see. So it shall not see when heat cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful. Shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall seed from yielding fruit. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
All right, that's it. Whatever. It needs to get that. Like the Lord said, the heart is deceitful above all things. A lot of our people trust in their heart. All right, they in their mind are the things that they've been putting throughout the years that they learned being in the land. All right, that's sealed in their mind. All right, so the heart is deceitful above all things. Even though we're telling them the truth, the stuff that they learned in the past, that's what they keep in their mind. All right, instead of trying to become a new man, the scripture said, "Put off the old man." All right, so what does that mean? Forget everything you learned. All right, and learn the truth. All right. And what did the Lord? Yahweh Shah said. The Lord said that well, let me get that, bro. What's that? Matthew the 12th chapter about a newborn babe. No, it ain't 12. It might be like 18 or something. Yeah, 18 to 3. It's like right, but like the Lord said, you have to be but like he told Nicodemus too, in John the 3rd chapter. He said that you have to be born again. All right, meaning you have to put off everything you learned in this society, all right, and learn the truth. All right.
All right, this is Matthew 18 and 3.
And accept the truth.
And he said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become a little children, as little children like.
Unless you be converted and become as little children, all right, because what is a little child? A little child is humble. All right, a little child won't tell you how to cook, or he won't get in the kitchen and tell you how to cook, he won't get in the car and tell you how to drive. He'll sit there and watch. All right, and that's how you have to be when you first come into the truth. All right, which a lot of our people refuse to do. Right, go ahead, bro.
ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right, unless you throw out all this garbage you learn here in America, you're not going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. You think the Lord is going to allow you to get on the ship talking about everybody can make it, everybody deserves to be on the chariot, all nations deserve to be saved? All right, the Lord's not going to let you get on the chariot like that, man. All right? Or you calling on the name of God and Jesus, when that's not their real names?
Right.
All right, you think the Most High is going to let you in a chariot like that? No, you're going to be left behind and suffer in the lake of fire. All right, which is America being destroyed. That's the lake of fire. All right? All right, you get it, bro.
Whosoever shall humble himself as this little child.
All right, the little child is humble. All right, he's listening. He'll listen. All right, again, he ain't going to tell you how to drive a car. He ain't going to tell you how to cook. He's going to sit there and watch. All right?
The same is
learn. Listen and learn, selected.
The same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receiveth me.
Right, so if you accept what a man of the Lord is saying, you receive Yahweh Shah. All right, which is the real name of the Lord, Yahweh Shah. All right?
But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
Right, so if you offend one of these little ones, which are the true men of the Lord, the elect, on the highways and the hedges, putting on videos every week. All right? Well, if you offend one of these little ones, then you offend Yahweh Shah. All right, so like if you offend one of these little ones, then Yahweh Shah is going to deal with you. All right? Because the little ones are who? Again, the elect men and women, the elect men, all right, and the children and few women that believe, all right, they're the little ones. All right, if you offend them, then you got a beef with the Most High. The Most High got a beef with you. All right, the Most High is going to deal with you. All right?
Woe to the world because of offenses.
Right, the Lord said, woe unto the world, which the word woe means destruction. All right, you go ahead.
For it must needs be that offenses come.
Right, offenses must come. All right, if you understand that, but you're going to have to pay if you offend one of these little ones. If you offend the man of the Lord, you're going to have to pay for that. All right, rather than the Most High gets you now or later or whatever, eventually you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay with your life, man. All right, like we were speaking about on, what you call it? I'm just like, not what you call it, Valdosta. All right, we were speaking about the great sacrifice of Basra. The Lord requires a sacrifice. All right, now rather you sacrifice your body on this side, if you're an Israelite male, all right, by coming on the highways and the hedges and do that, all right, that's one way you sacrifice, which is the smart way, if you were smart, all right, and the other way you sacrifice is you dying, all right, the Most High killing you in this destruction, all right, you being a burnt offering, like Elder always says, upon the giant altar, which is America, all right, so I know it's your choice, whichever one you pick. But again, the wise choice would be to pick to sacrifice now. All right, that would be the wise choice. All right, right here.
But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
Right, woe to that man to whom the offense cometh. All right, go ahead.
Wherefore, if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life, hope, or maim, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast into an everlasting fire.
We used to get that free now, bro. It's like, right, so it would be best to wake up to the truth now. All right, and if you're an Israelite male, go out there and push the truth. All right, thank you.
All right, this is Ezekiel 33:1. Again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people and say unto them, so like it.
These are the Lord's people, the Israelites. All right.
When I bring the sword upon a land,
if the Most High getting ready to do, all right, the Most High getting ready to bring the sword upon his land. All right. The main sword is the ICBM nuclear missiles. It's gonna be shot on this place in World War III. All right. But also the sword is martial law is the sword. All right, and all the other ways that the Most High set up, pestilence. All right, famine, all that's a part of the sword. The sword is anything that brings destruction, that kills people. That's the sword. All right, but the main sword again is the ICBM nuclear missiles. All right, it's going to rain down on Babylon the Great, which is America. All right.
If people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman.
All right, which the Lord has done. The Lord has set up men to be watchmen. All right, to be on the highways and the hedges to do videos. all right, to help wake up the elect, all right. And now you're seeing the fruit of it. There's Israelite camps everywhere. All right, Elder Aramla did a video speaking about the gates of the noble. The dude in the in the Congress, he brought up the issue. He basically brought up the fact that the Israelites are an issue. All right, basically going back to that thing that happened in New Jersey with that with the so-called Jews. All right, but like the name of the Elder's video, Aramla's video was related to the gates of the noble. All right, the fact that they're talking about Israel on Capitol Hill shows that we made it to the gates of the noble. So obviously, this truth has gotten Esau's attention. It's been had their attention, but now they can't avoid it anymore. Now they have to bring it to the forefront. Now they got to deal with it. All right, instead of just ignoring it. All right, and again, that's where the great demonization is coming. All right, because probably more than likely, that's why, like the brother was saying, to keep basically to keep your eyes open. All right, because they could easily link us with that dude that just killed that cop in in D.C. All right, he's Islam, and they try everything in power to equate us with Islam. And that dude, Grandmaster Jay, again, is that for them to say that he's a part of that? All right, he's a part of his thing, and he believes Israel and Islam. All right, so that's definitely something to keep an eye on. All right, but again, the Lord gonna lift up a stand in to protect his men, man. So we ain't worried about it. All right.
If when he seeth the sword come,
right.
When he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet and warn the people.
Right, which is again what the Lord has set up men to go in the highways and the hedges to teach. Yeah. Good.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, but that's what the Lord has done. He set up men on the highways and the hedges to go out here and teach the word. All right, blow the trumpet, which means to give warning. All right, to wake up the elect. All right. To basically prophesy into the wind, and that wind, which is again the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Bible, all right, to wake up the elect, the dry bones, all right, the elect of the dry bones, all right, because we're all dry bones. We was all dry bones at one point, but you got some that woke up and some that are still dry bones, still dead, all right.
Then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
Right, so the trumpet is being blown, and one of our people that take heed to the trumpet, which is the warning, all right, that the men of the Lord give, all right. The ones that take heed to the trumpet being blown, they'll be saved. Which again, if you accept this truth and you wholeheartedly believe this truth, there's a good chance you're a part of the elect. But again, the scriptures also say many are called, but few are chosen. So there's no guarantee you're going to be a part of the elect. All right, but if there's a good chance. At least you have a chance. All right.
Right.
That's all you can hope for is a chance. That nobody really knows, but none of us really know. But at least you got a chance. At least the Most High did, show you some sort of mercy. You just gotta pray the Most High keeps you in the faith. All right, until the end. A lot of niggas, they got no chance. They never came into the truth. All right. Basically, the Most High had a target on their head from day one. They never took it off. All right. Then they're going to be a sacrifice. All right.
But if the watchman see the sword come and blow not the trumpet,
right, that's a slothful servant. Somebody that knows the truth, but they doing nothing about it. All right, just hiding in their house somewhere. All right.
And the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away. He is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood will I require at the watchman's hand.
Right, but the blood will the Lord require at the watchman's hand. All right, so if he blew the trumpet, all right, I mean, it's like if he had a wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, he didn't go out there and blow the trumpet, all right, and didn't warn the people, the Most High is going to destroy him. All right.
So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman upon the house of Israel, unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me.
Right, which is what's happened. All right, through the spirit of power and grace of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, started with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. All right, and went out there on the streets and warned the people. Some took heed, and a very small few took heed, and the majority haven't taken heed. All right. And the ones that didn't take heed are going to die. They're going to be destroyed. All right. All right. That's it on that. Let me get on Revelation 7.
Yeah,